What is going on, YouTube people? Northeast Ohio Cards and Comics here. Today to discuss 2021 Prizm Football, because I think something flew under the radar. In fact, it flew under my radar. So that's what we're going to talk about. Like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff down below. I'm recording this Thursday afternoon. I was scrolling through Twitter, like you do, and some of the hobby accounts that I follow. One of them is Run Good Life, fellow YouTube content creator and breaker. And I saw that he tweeted out about no one talking about the fact that 21 Prizm Football was delayed. And I was like, 21 Prizm Football was delayed? When did this happen? Lo and behold, did a little bit of Googling, so shout out to Run Good Life. Here's the set preview from Sports Card Collectors Daily and everything. So, this is the main football product, other than the super high-end stuff. This is what everyone wants. Silver Prizm rookie, color matches, snake skins, black mamba, swirly disco balls, and all sorts of stuff. This is, scopes. This is the stuff people are looking for. Not big on the autographs, but, whatever the heck this thing is. Tom Brady wearing Infinity Gauntlets, color blasts. So, this is the hot product. And guess what? Next week, or this coming weekend, is week 18 of the NFL football season. We're about to start the NFL playoffs. And this was slated to come out January 26th. Smack dab in the middle of the NFL playoffs. About 3 months late. I think this stuff typically comes out around November. Usually like around week 6, week 7 of the NFL season. I could be wrong on that. I don't remember exactly. Everything's been so screwed up. And lo and behold, like I said, Run Good Life tweeted that out. I went and looked, and I went over to GTS and a couple other places, and here it is. It got pushed to March. This has March 16th now listed. A few other places had mid-March dates. So the big Steel City had it listed as March. I couldn't find it on David Adams' website, but Go GTS is one of the largest distributors out there that distributes all this product, and that's what they're showing for their new release date instead of the January date. So, I assume this is some pandemic shenanigans, but holy smokes. So Prizm Football is going to come out when NFL free agency starts. I just checked. That's about the same time NFL free agency starts for next year. That's when Prizm Football for this year is going to be coming out. That's like, I don't even know how many months late. A lot. Compared to like where it should normally release. So you're not getting your Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones rookies until silver rookies anyways, the nicer stuff, not the Mac Jones, Don Russ, PSA 10 shenanigans until March. Now, there's an interesting angle to take here. One, yes, they've completely screwed this up. Maybe some of it's out of their control because of the whole pandemic situation. I'm sure that has caused massive problems, but they compound those problems by releasing a bunch of junk product. Especially like on the basketball side, we're still getting NBA Flux from last year, and we don't even have this current year rookie cards yet, and we're already 2 to 3 months into the season. And here we are heading, at this point, we will be beginning, the new league year starts on almost this date for the NFL, and they're just now getting around to releasing NFL Prizm. And how many releases come after that? Prizm's like the kickoff, the main event. You got Prizm, you got Optic, you got Select, you got Flawless, you got NT. We're going to be going all the way into the beginning of next season again. And they're caught in this loop. And I don't know how they get back on track unless they cut out products, which they're not going to want to do, because that means that's less stuff that they're selling. This just feels like a mess. And like I said, I don't know how they get back in line. I think it has hurt the NBA market, the fact that there's not current rookies to go out and chase. And I think it's made the NFL market a little bit weird too. And it's not that it affects necessarily the current players out there, but having the current rookies to chase during the rookie season builds an excitement level, a little zeitgeist, a little fun, a little chase. You go to the shows. Like I've been walking around the local shows, like a month or so ago before like kind of everyone went on Christmas break. And there was a lot of people looking that, aren't in the game and they don't necessarily are up on like every release date in the world. And they're like, hey, like the Cavs are a blast to watch. Can I get some Evan Mobley rookie cards? Who has some Evan Mobley cards? And other than college jersey stuff, there really isn't anything. And the same thing, that's why you see people losing their mind for a Mac Jones Donruss PSA 10, because there's nothing else out there. Now, an interesting angle to take here is, did they save us from ourselves? Because, for example, Trevor Lawrence was ultra hyped coming into this year. Like from the NFL draft, the lead up to the NFL draft and up until the season starting in the beginning of the season, Lawrence was the second coming of every quarterback ever created. And the fact that we didn't get rookie cards for him until very late into the NFL season, and most people realized, and a lot can change, don't get me wrong, but at this point, he had a terrible season. The Jaguars sucked. He sucked. Maybe that was Urban Meyer. Maybe that was him. Maybe a little bit of column A. Maybe a little bit of column B. But they almost saved us from ourselves. How much money would have been dumped on the secondary market chasing Trevor Lawrence rookie cards, Zach Wilson rookie cards? This NFL class was supposed to be, quarterback-wise, was supposed to rival the 2018 class with Allen, Lamar, and Baker and Sam Darnold. And yeah, some of those guys have flopped, but Allen was an MVP candidate. Lamar Jackson has won an MVP. Say what you will about Baker, but he was really good last year. He sucked this year, but he was good last year and had a lot of heat to him coming into this year. Sam Darnold, for a hot minute, was a popular name. This year, with Fields and Wilson and Jones and Lawrence and Trey Lance, was supposed to be a redo of that class. Most of these guys have been You know, Mac Jones is getting all the hype, but is he really that good, or is he a product of the Patriots? So it's almost interesting, these cards coming out so late. You know, what is a silver Trevor Lawrence going to go to compared to what it would have went for if it came out in, say, November? In regards to the larger market effects on the secondary market, like how hard would these guys have been chased? How inflated would their prices have been? And then how do their prices come out now? And, you know, how is it going to affect, and this I really don't know, you know, Prizm comes out in March. People's focus usually aren't on football cards in March other than the guys changing hands. Like, does the fact that the main products aren't releasing affect the other players' markets, or does it not? You know what I mean? Does the fact that Trevor Lawrence and Mac Jones rookie cards are coming out in March and April, like they're good stuff in air quotes, does that affect Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson's prices? Does it affect the Patrick Mahomes prices? You know, you're in the middle of the off season. You know, there's not a lot of football cards transacting per usual anyway. Maybe that's different because it'll be the NFL draft. But all of a sudden, is the money that's allocated to the football pool going to be getting thrown at those guys and create buying opportunities for the non-rookies? I don't know. Or will the football market stay hot longer? Like that off-season hotness like we saw last year. There was a really nice run-up up until the NFL draft. Do we see that sparked and kindled by the fact that there's going to be this influx of product coming? Or do we just not care? I really don't know. I have no idea. I'd be curious for your thoughts and comments on that down below. And I'm also curious for your thoughts, you know, did Panini almost save us from ourselves? How many people would have blown obscene amounts of money on some of these what have maybe perhaps turned out to be kind of mediocre quarterbacks? Now, quarterbacks have a long lifespan. I'm sure some of these guys will still be very trendy, very popular, and probably very overpriced. But I feel like a lot of people saved a lot of money by the fact that Panini was slow on releasing this product. And like I said, I don't know how they fix this without cutting out some of the lower end junk products that most people don't care about. You're so far off the rails right now. How do you get the train back on? Like I said, we're seeing it in basketball, and now we're seeing it in football to a major degree. You know, so say that comes out March. Like I said, you still have a trail of products that come behind that are going to cover the entire summer. Training camps are going to be opening up, and you're still not even going to have like Flawless and stuff. Look at Flawless NBA. You know, did that even come out, or did that just come out? Regardless, it either just came out or is about to come out. I honestly don't remember. And we're at Christmas. We're 2 months into the NBA season, almost 3 months into the NBA season. We're almost at the All-Star break, and we're still getting LaMelo Ball stuff. Just finally now, this Friday, or the day that this posts, actually, this is going up Friday morning. Today, we're just now finally getting NBA hoops, and it's the first week of January. The season started at Halloween. Like, what is going on? Stop releasing this nonsense product and get yourself back online. Maybe it costs you a little bit in 1 year, but you got to do something to shift the schedule back. I think it's hurting you overall. And then maybe, you know what, there's a decent chance that maybe they just don't care. Maybe they're like, hey, whatever, you know, we only got a couple years left of this, maybe shorter, depending on whatever Fanatics ends up doing if they make them a Godfather offer. But they're in no benefit really, I guess, to get the schedule back on track because they probably, frankly, don't care about the long term of it. They're just looking at the short term. So pump it all out. But you'd think you would want to take a little bit of a hit on some of this other product to be able to at least reset your schedule and get things moving back in the right direction. I don't know. So that's all I have for you guys and girls today. Curious for your thoughts down below. Once again, shout out to Run Good Life for throwing this up on the old Twitter sphere. Or I honestly probably would have missed it. I would have found out eventually, but it honestly snuck past me. So like, comment, subscribe. Go check out Run Good Life's channel if you have it. Catch you guys and girls on the next one. Peace.